Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Big T. Welcome back to Football Talk. We are ready to recap Week 13 of the NFL season. So let's get into it. All right, starting off, guys, a Thursday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. What an unbelievable game this was! But once again, Dallas comes up and gets some much-needed points towards the end of that game. They win this one by a score of 17-15. Next game, Kansas City, Atlanta. Guys, did anybody else watch this game? Holy crap. Like, it was insane. Like, Atlanta comes all the way back, scores a touchdown. They get a 2-point conversion. They're trying to score a 2-point conversion. And the Kansas City Chiefs, Eric Berry, intercepts it, runs it all the way back for 2 points, and they win it by 29-28. What an unbelievable game that was. What a great win by that team, and they're going to a big game this tomorrow night against Oakland, but we'll get to that later on. Next game, LA and New England. Guys, not much of a contest here. LA looked pretty flat in this game. A lot of drop passes, a lot of miscues, bad defense, and New England just runs right over them, 26-10. Next game, Baltimore-Miami. Miami had I believe a 6 or 7 game winning streak going into this game, but apparently that ends. They get creamed by the Ravens, 38-6. What a turn of events that was. Next game, San Francisco and the Chicago Bears. Chicago wins this one by 20 points, 26-6. Colin Kaepernick was benched. I think he went I think 2 for 5 for 70 yards. I think it's safe to say that his career with the Niners will be over when the season ends. I think he's gonna just go into free agency and probably go try and sign a new team and try to catch on somewhere else. So we'll have to see what happens this coming off season. Next game, Philly and Cincinnati. Cincinnati dominated this game at home, 32-14. Next game, Green Bay and the Houston Texans. Green Bay, who's been struggling a lot this year, which is very uncharacteristic by this team. They win this one at Lambeau, 21-13. Next game, Denver and Jacksonville. Their first round pick Paxton for the Broncos started this game. Their regular starting quarterback was out. I'm sorry, because his name forgets me, so I gotta do a better job with that. But anyways, Jacksonville made this a game until the fourth quarter, and then Denver pulled away with it. They win this one by a score of 20-10. That's messed up. Next game, Detroit and New Orleans. It's amazing. I thought to see Drew Brees not throw a touchdown is shocking, to say the least. But Detroit wins this one at New Orleans. I thought New Orleans was going to kill Detroit, but, I've been wrong before. Detroit wins this one by a score of 28-13. Next game, Buffalo and Oakland. Buffalo made it a pretty tough matchup, but Oakland pulls away with this one by a final score of 38-24. Next game, Arizona, Washington. Washington's been playing pretty good football. Arizona's been, up and down this year. Really disappointing for that team, but they win this one at home, 31-23. Next game, this was a shocker game to me. The New York Giants and Pittsburgh. I thought the Giants were going to go in there and dominate. But Pittsburgh at home, their offense, guys, this is a team, if they get into the playoffs or that final wildcard space, watch out. I'll tell you, that offense, Brown and all the rest of the receiving core, Bell, Roethlisberger, if he stays healthy, it's a scary offense, guys. But Pittsburgh wins this one by 10, 24-14. Next game, Tampa and San Diego. Tampa Bay wins this one by 7, 28-21. And how about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Huh, guys? I didn't think they were going to be this good. I think they have like a 7-5 or 8-5 record right now. but they've been playing like the last 2 or 3 games. They have been playing very, very, very good football. So like I said, if this team gets into it in that final wildcard spot, just watch out. Next game, Carolina at Seattle. This was not a contest. If you did watch that Sunday night game, guys, Cam Newton, if you did, I'll tell you, interesting story. Cam Newton got benched during the first series game because apparently he wasn't wearing a tie, which I don't understand. I understand like some coaches want to, like when you go away, you want to dress appropriately. I know when I played football in high school, when we had a home game, we used to wear our jerseys, jeans, and then when we were away, we had to wear a shirt and tie and dress pants. If you didn't wear those, you weren't allowed to go and play the game. It doesn't matter who you were. Now, then again, that's high school. This is the professionals. I don't think it was a big deal, but I guess, the head coach there, Ron Rivera, has, his own set of rules. So he benched Cam Newton. First play of the game, Derrick Anderson goes in. First pass of the game gets deflected off a running back, gets picked off by the Seattle defense. But what the biggest story out of this game was Eric Thomas, the safety for the Seattle Seahawks. He's done for the year with a broken bone in his leg, and there were reports that he wanted to contemplate retirement and stuff. So sad to see this, guys. But it's kind of like there are two teams. I'll get to the scores in a minute, but I want to just talk about two injuries. That, and also, if you also go to the New England Patriots tight end Rob Gronkowski is done for the year. He had back surgery Friday. Big loss for the New England Patriots. You have to see how they do against big opponents. They have a really tough schedule the next couple of games. You have to see how they do. Same thing with the Seahawks. How is their passing defense going to be without one of their key players? So we'll have to see what happens there. But hopefully both those players have speed recovery. Tremendous players. So, all right. Anyways, back to the scores. Seattle kills this one 40-7. And the last game, Monday night, Indianapolis Colts against the Jets. Guys, where the heck was their defense? I never saw a pass defense give us so much yards, so much cushion to wide receivers. I mean, they could have put freaking Pop Warner kids out there, and they probably still would have lost that game. I mean, that's unbelievable. Indianapolis wins this one by a score of 41-10. But what a complete meltdown by the Jets defense. How they spent all this money the last 2 years in the secondary, and it's just sad to see that. So I think their season's pretty much over. I think they were eliminated by eliminated from playoff contention during that loss. So, all right, so that's gonna do it for Week 13's recap. Let's go to Week 14 and make some predictions. Let's go. All right, guys. Notebook time. Making some predictions. Last week I went 9-6, so pretty good. Remind you, the Titans and the Cleveland Browns were on a bye week, so officially no more teams are on a bye week now. So that's it. So to kick it off, guys, the first game tomorrow night, Oakland versus Kansas City. This is such a huge game for both teams because if Oakland can win, and this is like a playoff scenario that I read about yesterday, if the Oakland Raiders can win this Thursday night matchup, Miami can lose a game, and I think Pittsburgh loses a game too, they would clinch a playoff spot. But if they don't, then it kind of turns a lot of tables around because I'm going to talk about the Patriots later in the predictions about their playoff things because there's a lot of playoff applications for them. But guys, if this was at Oakland, I would definitely have the Oakland Raiders kill this one. I think this is going to be a very, very good game, hard-fought game. But I have Kansas City win this one by 7, 28-21. I think this is going to be one of the games of the year that we're going to be talking about, the remainder of this year, all the way during the summer and probably next year. So I have Kansas City win this one. Next game, Buffalo-Pittsburgh. I have this one being a close game too, but I have Pittsburgh win this one 23-21. Next game, San Diego and Carolina. I know Carolina got creamed by Seattle and stuff like that, but I think at home with Seattle, They match up good. I have Carolina win this one 21-17 over San Diego. Next game, Cleveland and Cincinnati. Sorry, Cleveland. I don't think you're going to get a win this year. I have Cincinnati win this one 28-17. I know I sound kind of like a jerk saying that, but guys, I mean, Cleveland's just not a good football team. They really got to do some real searching to get some more talent on that team, especially the offensive side of the ball. Next game, Chicago and Detroit. I have Detroit winning this one 28-17. Houston at Indianapolis. Another close game I think for top of the division. I have Houston win this one 27-21 over Indy. Next game, Minnesota and Jacksonville. I have Minnesota win this one by 7. I think Jacksonville will make this a close game again. But I think Minnesota will win this one 17-10. Next game, Arizona at Miami. I think Miami will make this a close game, but I think Arizona will come up on top of this one 28-21. Next game, Washington and Philly. This will be another close game, division game. Washington will win this one 31-28. Next game, Denver and Tennessee. I think this will be another close game on the road, but Denver will win this one 28-21. I have a lot of close games in here. I think I'm doing pretty good. New York and San Francisco. I think New York wins this one because San Francisco is the second worst team. I mean, they have something that Cleveland doesn't have, a win. Ooh. Sorry about that. But New York wins this one 21-13. Next game, New Orleans and Tampa Bay. This will be another close game, but I have Tampa Bay upsetting New Orleans, and they win this one by a score of 28-27. Ooh, 1 point again. Next game, Seattle and Green Bay. I think this will be, see how the Seattle defense plays without Eric Thomas. But Seattle will win this one 23-21. It will be a close game again. Next game, Atlanta at LA. I think Atlanta wins this one by 6, 27-21. Next game, this is something that Dallas has been talking about all year long, because remember, Dallas' only loss this year came at the hands of the New York Giants. And I think revenge has been on their minds since that loss. And I have the Dallas Cowboys beating the Giants at New York 27-21. And then finally, last but not least, the Monday night header. By the way, that's a Sunday night game if you guys want to watch that one. And then next, the last game, the big one, Baltimore at New England, guys. I think this is a playoff. This is gonna be it's gonna be truly a playoff game, I think. But this is gonna be an unbelievable game. I have the Patriots win this one 28-23 because, like I said earlier in the video, for the Patriots, and this is something I read yesterday, if the Patriots can win, Miami can lose, they will clinch the division. So it will be probably the 17th or 18th time in a row they've done it. But another application, if they win, Miami loses and Pittsburgh loses, they would not only get the division, but they would get a first round bye too. So the Patriots have a lot to go on the line for this game. So we'll have to see what happens. So that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Write down in the comments what you think this weekend's games are going to be like. Tell me down below. Share the video, all that stuff. First of all, just give you a heads up, guys. My unboxing video, I think, has almost reached 300. So first of all, thank you from the bottom of my heart for everybody who's been watching the video. And hopefully I can get more unboxing videos down in the future. So thank you for everybody watching. All right. That's going to do it. Subscribe for more content. Social media below. Always remember to be kind, generous, and love one another. And as always, I will see you, yes you, on the other side, my friends. Bye!